Top of the morning to you. That's the phrase that started every day at my house. Growing up in an Irish-American family, St. Patrick's Day was a very important day. But frankly, every day was Irish at the Reardon house. And today, I hope I could bring some of that to you in the collectability spirit of sharing all things Patek Philippe with our favorite holiday, St. Patrick's Day. So, in order to get started, we have to discuss Patek Philippe being green. The color green has been traditionally used with Patek Philippe for many years in enamels in the 19th century. In the 20th century, we even saw it used on some ellipse models. But most recently, in the 21st century, green has been embraced by the company, in particular with sports watches. The Nautilus, reference 5711, pictured here, with green dial, is one of the most coveted watches in the world, selling for factors way over retail. The next piece, the 5168G. Once again, this is a piece that people are lining up to get, and there are no retailers sitting with these in their cases. They are happily all on wrist, and it is a watch that all of us are looking for, and only a lucky few actually have. Also along those lines, the limited edition 5905 made for the retailer Wear in Dublin. This particular piece was absolutely stunningly received when it hit the marketplace. Famously, Conor McGregor was one of the first to obtain one of these Grail watches. Following McGregor, we saw Mark Wahlberg post on Instagram that he also had one of these limited edition watches. It retailed for under $100,000, and those of us in the business know it could sell today for 4 or 5 times that amount because only 25 of these were made. And I think it might be one of the most Irish of all Patek Philippe's ever made. But those watches, unfortunately, we don't have with us today. We have pieces that are even more rare, even more exciting. And here, I'm here to present some pieces that you may have never seen before. To ignite the discussion, here I have a beautiful green enamel Patek Philippe lighter from 1978. This little work of art has engine turning covered with this green translucent enamel, and these are some of the most desirable of all Patek Philippe lighters. It's a collectability favorite, and I think it's perfect for this beautiful time of year to have a Patek Philippe green lighter. Now, in the treasure chest before me, we have some pieces in gold. They may not be green, but they are some beautiful gold pieces. And within this chest of coins, I have some Patek Philippe coin cufflinks from circa 1960. But the date goes back quite further. This is by far the oldest object that's here in my office because these contain 5th century Byzantine coins with the Emperor Theodosius. You could see the coins were set by Patek Philippe so carefully to be worn on a gentleman's wrist. And today, these can be yours from the world of Patek Philippe. And with a little bit of Irish luck, they could be on your cuffs shortly. Next in our little treasure chest, I have a Patek Philippe coin watch. These we've all been looking for. They're not easy to find. Due to recent results at auction, we could see how the prices have gone up considerably. But for those of you that have not seen one of these coin watches before, you're in for a little surprise. Hidden in the side of the case is a little secret latch, and you press a button, and the coin watch opens. The Patek Philippe movement and dial are hidden within the case. When it's closed, you think it's only a coin, but it's actually a Patek Philippe watch. And collectors today are chasing the world looking for their little bit of treasure with their Patek Philippe coin watch. The last bit of gold with a little of a green twist I'd like to show you is this Patek Philippe Ricochet wristwatch from the early 1960s on a green NATO strap, which matches perfectly for the holidays. However, it's easily changed. These were designed by Gilbert Albert, the famous Patek Philippe design director, who really pushed the envelope in embracing organic design and some very unusual geometric shapes within the world of Patek Philippe. Very few of these have been converted to wristwatches. Most were born pocket watches. And this was converted by Patek Philippe into a wristwatch. and it's a treasure for one's wrist for any holiday. Another collectability favorite, and something you may have seen in some videos before, is the one and only Andy Warhol Gumby watch. It doesn't get greener than this, folks. This is a green watch through and through, 365 days of the year. And the story of this watch is beautiful and simple. This was a gift from Andy Warhol, who signed it, you'll see right on Gumby, and gave it to his friend Keith Haring in 1986, before Haring passed away. I bought this through an auction at Sotheby's, and all the proceeds went to the Keith Haring Foundation. To have a Gumby watch on St. Paddy's Day, I can't imagine a better mix. Last but not least, I have something extraordinary to show you. This will be the first time that here on Collectability we're presenting to you a Rolex. Well, it's not really a Rolex because it was actually made by no other than Patek Philippe. And this is the story. In the 1970s, Rolex commissioned a number of these subsidiary clocks, these master timing systems, to be used in their workshops in Geneva. This is one of those subsidiary clocks. As you can see, the dial is signed Rolex, but the movement is signed Patek Philippe. And I've said many times before, perhaps with a bit of a smile, during this time period at Rolex, all of these amazing, iconic Daytonas, etc., were being timed and under the watchful eye of a Patek Philippe subsidiary clock system. Collectability wishes you a happy St. Patrick's Day, and may your Patek Philippe watches be your lucky charms this season. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe on YouTube, and also join us on Instagram. Until then, Aaron go broad and enjoy the hunt.